Hey guys, hello. 2024, come on in. It's 2024. Come on in, guys. It is 2024. And look, we're not playing. We are coming in today. I believe people that will log in today, that would share this video today, that will like this video today, are ready to get their 2024 started. So guys, we are starting today off, and I just want to say the elephant in the room. I need somebody to type that in the chat, the elephant in the room, because there is an elephant in the room, and I need someone to type that in the chat, the elephant in the room. Type it in the chat, the elephant in the room. And let's see. Come on, guys, come on in. We are going to get started. 2024 lunch and launch. I think you guys that are coming in today are serious about making a difference for 2024. And we're going to go ahead and get started. We know some people come in a little later. There are people that have been catching the replays, and we thank you for that. So whether 12 o'clock on a Thursday works for you or not, definitely share it. Catch the replay, because there is a word for you in 2024. And you want to stay on today until the end at the 15 minutes. You don't want to log off. So let's get started. So I titled this session today, our first session of 2024, called The Elephant in the Room. And let me tell you, you know what that elephant is? Is that all of us, most of us, what we do is we make New Year's resolutions. We say things that we want to do, things that we want to change, habits that we want to break. We want healthy habits. I believe all of us by nature, it's a brand new year. There's been a paradigm shift. So all of us say, okay, this year I'm not doing this, or I'm going to do more of that, or I want to make sure this year I get this accomplished. I want to eat right. I want to be healthier. Whatever those things are, most of us, that's the elephant, but let me tell you the statistics, is that only about 9% of all of the people globally that make New Year's resolutions actually stick to those resolutions. Only about 9%. 80%, they say, by the mid part of the year have totally forgotten what their New Year's resolutions were. Those things that they wanted to do better. Maybe January they started working out and they said, hey, or I am going to finally write that book this year. I am going to finally start that business this year. Truth be told, over 80% of the people statistically by mid-year have just completely forgotten what those New Year's resolutions or what those things were that we said we wanted to accomplish. 23% people, this is what blew my mind, is that 23% stop after the first week. After the first week, just 7 days into the new year of saying, hey, it's going to be a difference. By the end of this week, by Monday, 23% of the people that said they were going to do something by Monday, they have already stopped doing it. But I believe if you are connected to Launching Deeper, I believe if you are on this call, I believe if you catch the replay, I believe if you are connected in any way, shape, or form to Launching Deeper, you're different. You want to be different. You want to make a difference. I need everybody on this call to type in the chat, I'm different. I'm different. I need you to type in the chat, I'm different. Because if you're on this call, if you're connected to Launching Deeper, you know that there's a pull on your life for more. You know that God has called you to greater, but you are locking in this year because you know that you want this year to be different from any other year. That you don't want to be in that 80%, that you don't want to be in that 23%, that your desire, and you know that you were supposed to be in that 9%. So I just want to congratulate all of you guys that said, hey, I'm taking the time, I'm going to lean into it. So I know we have 15 minutes, guys, and 6 of them are already gone. So I want to go into some things that I noticed from coaching people, from consulting with people in 2023. I noticed that there were 3 types of people. So there were people that I talked to that I would say were on the shore. And their biggest thing is that they wanted to start something, they wanted to do something different, but they lacked clarity. You know, they weren't clear. They wasn't sure what their purpose, what their calling was. They wasn't sure whether they were supposed to continue in their career, stop their career. They just weren't sure, and they didn't really have the clarity in what they were supposed to do. They really wasn't sure if they were supposed to work with someone, if they needed to do it by themselves. So that was one group that I realized that I was dealing with. There was the second group that I would say they were on the boat. You know, they may have been in their career already. They may have started their business. They may have written a book or were part of a collaboration. So they were in the boat, right? But they weren't sure of the next steps to launch deeper. They weren't sure of, what do I do next? I've started a business. Do I need to start it? Should it be an LLC, an S Corp, a C Corp? Should I have a nonprofit? Should I be doing this? I know I'm doing some real estate investing, but should I partner up with this person? Should I partner up with that person? You were doing things, but there still was a level of uncertainty. There still was a level of fear. There still was a level of not being completely clear, not hearing God say move, but not sometimes, and I'll be real, they weren't sure, is that God's voice or my voice? Is that me saying I want to do this, or is this God saying that I want to do this? They know that they're doing good things, but they were at the level where they said, I no longer want to do just good things. I want to make sure I'm doing God things. So we had the people on the shore, we had the people on the boat, and then I had the privilege of dealing with people that had launched deeper. Some of these people had million-dollar, multi-million-dollar businesses that I was coaching or consulting. But let me tell you something about launching deeper. And all of us want to launch deeper. But the more of anything means the more of everything. So when you're a solopreneur and when it's just you, you only have to worry about yourself. But when you go out deeper and you start to hire people and you start to build your team, and when you start to build your processes, and when you start to not only deal with yourself, but you deal with other people. And as they said and started last year, people are peopling. We all know it. It's like there's just a different breed of people. People are dealing with different stresses, whether it was the effects of COVID or being in isolation. We all know that people are people. And they're peopling. So when you are managing teams and when you are managing multiple people, and if you're in business and you are building your business and it is, you have 15, 20, 30, or 100 employees, that's just more of dealing with more people, more issues, with structure, with processes. So I dealt with people that, yeah, they were making the money, but they were still dealing with not spending the time with their children, not being able to find ways to manage stress, and dealing with competition. And I think at whatever level you're on, you're always going to be looking at what someone else, if you're on the shore, you're going to look at other people that are doing, they're either on the shore or they're launching deeper, and you deal with comparison. So there's a lot of things, no matter what level you're on, you're going to deal with different things. And those were the people that I saw. Those were the issues that I saw last year. But what I want to do is I want to give all of you guys 3 best steps to deal with whether you're on the shore, whether you're in the boat, or whether you've launched deeper. 3 best steps. And I'm saying best steps because I think that these are just 3 great steps that if you implement these steps, that it will make a huge difference. So the thing that I'd like for everybody to do, if you do it, that's great. If you're not doing it, I want you to start doing it. So I would like for you to get a piece of paper. Now, because my brand, because what I'm about is not only building the business, the nonprofit, not only, making the money, not only trying to acquire wealth, but I believe that life is the most important thing. I mean, if you build a business, but you don't build a strong life, then what good is it? So my brand is really about building the business and the life that not only you dreamed, but you hoped for. And we're taking it a next level for 2024 that you've prayed for. I'm talking about that life that we read in the Bible, that abundant life. I'm talking about the promises of God that we look at sometimes and we say, okay, Lord, I see them in the book, but my life isn't reflecting the promises that you have promised and made available to us. This is this gift that you've given us, but for some reason, I haven't been able to fully walk into it. Well, what I'd love for you to do is in columns. One column is health. The next column is finances. Your next column, I would put your career or your purpose in that next column. And the last column, I'd love for you to put your relationships, and this is with God and with people. Okay? With God and with people. So we have a sheet of paper, and we have in one category our health, one category our finances, one category our career, and then our relationships with God and people. And I want you guys to think of 3 things. Now, I know I got some people, some launching deeper people, they got like 7 things, but I want you to focus on 3 things this year. 3 top goals this year that you want to accomplish in each of those 3 areas. Okay? 3 top goals: your health, your finances, your career, your purpose, your relationship. And every week, I want you to evaluate those key areas. So today, or when you catch the replay, I want you to write down those 4 columns. On Monday of every week, or you may do it on a Sunday or Saturday. So whatever day, I want you to evaluate, how did I do in those 3 goals last week? So you write those down this week on Saturday or Sunday. You sit down and you say, how did I do as far as my health? Those 3 key areas that I want to accomplish by the end of the year. How did I do in those 3 areas? I also want you to say, what was it that stopped me from accomplishing that particular goal this week? what was it? So say if we say health and we start off this year, we say, okay, I want to start working out, right? I want to start eating better. And maybe I also want to get stronger. They may be my 3 health goals, right? For 2024. So at the end of the week, I want all of you guys to evaluate how you did in those areas. And then I want you to see what is it that you did that you think either helped you in that goal, right? Like, man, I went to the gym. Wow, man, I have an accountability partner. I made sure that I had my food prepared so I wouldn't just grab junk. So when you find that thing that worked, you want to say, this worked. If it's something that didn't work, that prevented you from achieving one of those 3 goals, then write that down. And next week, I want you to be more aware of what stopped you from achieving that goal. Okay, so I gave you a lot, but we're not planning 2024. I don't want at the end of 2024, you're doing, you're back January 2025 and you're like, okay, this is the year I'm going to write the book. No, the book is going to be written in 2024. If you're connected to Launching Deeper, if you're connected to me, we're going to do this thing. We're not leaving, no man left behind this year. We are going to cross the finish line together. I know I'm a little bit over, but I just want to let you know the key that God has shown me, guys, is the soul. Now, I am having a soul retreat. If you come back and catch the replay, you'll see the information in the chat, or not in the chat, but you'll see the information in the wording under the video for the soul retreat, how you can connect. Because let me tell you, I have to get this right. 3 John 2nd verse says, beloved, I pray that in all aspects you prosper and be in good health, just as your soul prospers. People, we can't put lipstick on a pig anymore. We can't learn how to get the bag, make the money, look good on the outside, do all the things, but the inside, the soul, we're not working on the soul. There are classes and courses on how to do all the things, but no one is working on the soul. And the Greek word for soul means to prosper, to not just financially, but to succeed in reaching. So this means that we are supposed to succeed in reaching all of those areas. The health, God wants us to live an abundant life. But if our soul isn't prospering, if we're still struggling with our emotions, our mind, our will, and our imagination, people, there is no way that you can launch deeper in business and in life. And God says that I want above all that your soul prospers. So if you're able to sacrifice, I will tell you, if you're able, I think we have a couple overnight rooms still left. We're almost sold out, but we do have day passes available for January the 13th. So this is the 12th and the 13th. It is the Soul Experience Retreat. We are going to work on silence. We're going to do a silent walk. We're going to work on manifestation. We are going to work on mindset. We are going to work on the stony parts of the heart, people. And I just want to say, if you give tone sometimes, somebody asks you something, I ain't got time for that. Man, can you believe she did this? Can you believe they did that? Where there's tone, there's a stone. We're going to deal with the stony part of the heart. We are bringing in a trauma therapist, none other than Dr. Christy Norwood, and she is going to spend a session with us dealing with trauma, the effects that trauma can have on the body, because the body keeps the score, people. So, look. If you can't do overnight, you just want to come for the day experience, join us. We're going to spend a day. We're going to work on silence. Remember, people, I spent 2 days in silence and it changed the trajectory of my life. Real estate investing, big coaching and consulting business, my transportation business. We expanded it into transportation management. So learn about silence, manifestation, matters of the heart. You got to be there, Gloucester 2024. So anyway, guys, I love you. Signing off. See you next week. And I love you. This is the year of release. My bishop said that, and we're all going to walk into it. See you next time. And don't forget to share it, like it, and share it with a friend. If you were blessed on today, share it with someone else, because it is about accountability. We want everyone to finish this thing that God has placed in our heart. And I love you. Have a good one.